just kind of what we figured. I mean, we knew it was going to be a dogfight. I mean, no question. I mean, everybody thought going to come in here and just, you know, show up and win. Doesn't happen. They're a good football team. Matt Davis is a great player. Coach Morris is about as well schemed as any, you know, coach that you could have to open up with in a blind situation. I thought our defense adjusted and made some great adjustments as the game went on. I mean, I can't really remember. I think maybe they scored 21 in the first quarter and none the rest of the game. Might have scored in the second. I'm not sure. What was it?
14 first.
14 in the first, 7 in the second. Yeah. And then offensively, you know, came out pretty hot and just kind of self-destructed. You know, that's what we got to be careful with. You know, had a couple penalties, made a couple plays. You know, had a bobbled ball out of bounds that could have put us in good position. I think we're up by 7 there in the second, maybe 14. But you know, just got to win. Like I was telling the coaches, I mean, we get out here 12-9 tonight, I'm happy. You know, we get out of here 3-2, I'm happy. It's tough to win. It's tough to win when people want to beat you. People like to beat us.
Art, what about the resiliency?
Try to beat us. Sorry.
What about the resiliency you guys showed? 28-21, then you scored 4 touchdowns. It just kind of blew the game open.
Yeah, I mean, we felt like if we could get away from them a little bit, Tim, that, you know, we'd be in decent shape. You know, I just think, you know, it's like I said, we got money in the bank with these guys. You know, we've been through a lot with them. We played 26 games in 2 years. We've won 22 of them. We've lost some that we shouldn't have lost. You know, no question. We got to right a little bit of a wrong today from the Cotton Bowl 8 months ago. So now, you know, maybe the Chick-fil-A sandwich will taste good. I don't know. I hadn't eaten it yet, but you know, so we got a little bit of a decent feeling for a little bit. But I mean, like I said, our guys. I mean, you know, when you won as many games as we've won, you know, when things go bad, and they had all the momentum in the second quarter. I mean, you could feel it. You just hang on. You know, you hang on and you keep fighting and try to make plays. And I thought our guys did a great job of just, you know, staying the course. And I thought Seth was phenomenal for a first start.
Or how much of the defensive struggles in the first quarter do you feel like was you guys not sort of, you know, either not executing or not understanding what to expect?
I think just, you know, the unknown of, you know, not having any tape to really go on these guys. You know, I mean, you can watch tape from Clemson, you know, you can watch tape from Tulsa and you know, get a feel, but personnel is always different. You know, and everybody kind of adjusts their scheme of personnel. So we knew Davis would be heavy in the offense because he's good. You know, I mean, he's a good player. So we knew he'd be a run-pass guy, and I thought he made some exceptional plays to keep their chains going, you know, 2 or 3 times for them in critical situations. So he's going to continue to do that. I mean, he had 186 yards rushing against Tulsa last year late, and about 190, I think, against UConn on the last game of the year when they won. I mean, that's a lot of yards. We didn't have a 190-yard rusher tonight, I don't think. So, I mean, that's a lot of yards. He's good.
Art, can you talk about the big plays Seth kept coming up with?
Yeah, I wish that last one would counted, you know, because he can really run. You know, I hate that got called back, but I thought he played really well. He had a couple balls in the middle there that, you know, were a little suspect. You know, he's got a lot of confidence, but you know, I thought he really had the ball on the money. I don't know what his stats were. I guess I could look at them, but if I was guessing, you know, I'm going to guess how many times he threw it, and I can tell you how many completed. Close. How many?
30.
I'm going to say he completed 24 out of 30.
15.
It's not, well, how many touchdowns?
5.
We'll take it. So, you know, that ain't bad. You know, he's just good. He's a good player. I'm a little surprised with that many incompletions, but, you know, that's not what I have to work on. I mean, it's the first time guys ever walked out and started a game in an environment like that. You know, I mean, he started last year at home against Northwestern State. But this was a tough environment. We knew it was going to be. I'm sorry.
Sorry, without having seen the film yet, I mean, just what were some of the things that stood out in terms of things that you want to work on to be corrected?
You know, I mean, first game you always worry about penalties. We had some penalties that hurt us. They had a couple too that hurt them in a drive. And then I think just a little, you know, consistency or continuity of a feeling of we can do this when we need to do it. Second four, we can get 5. You know, we didn't really have that feel tonight. We were kind of searching a little bit with our run game, you know, on the personnel issues in the run game. They did a good job defensively. I mean, they forced us to do some things throwing the football where normally we probably wouldn't have. But that's probably the only thing. Defensively, you know, it's all about assignment, on defense and, you know, anytime you play a scramble quarterback, you know, you can have some things that break down and he made, like I said, he made some plays with his feet.
Art, obviously you have to execute and do what you did during the tail end with the 4 touchdowns to open things up. But do you feel like the tenor of the game changed at all when Davis went down for the 1 series? Did that change things for them?
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're up 14 at the time. I think it's 42, maybe.
It was 28-21, but I could be wrong.
35-21, somebody check on that, I think I'm right. Somebody figure it out. I'm right. But, you know, it was not, well, no, I appreciate your Mustang blood enthusiasm, but it, you know, it was, I'm pretty sure it was 14-point game at the time. Yeah, but, you know, he was out 1 series. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong there, but you know, the guy came in, the other guy's good, you know, he's used to Lamar quarterback's a good football player. You know, so it really, in tonight's game, we felt like going in all the way through, it's gonna be about depth. You know, this game was gonna be about depth, because we knew it was gonna be hot. We knew we were gonna tempo, they were gonna tempo, so it's all about depth. So, you know, he cramped up, just like X cramped up, you know, we had a couple others cramp up, you know, so it was a situation of where, yeah, it makes a difference, because he was the best player they got. Yes, sir, to answer your question, it made a big difference.
For the record, I'm from New York. So.
You're what?
I'm from New York.
Oh, okay.
We got time for 2 more questions for
welcome,
Coach.
welcome to the heat.
Hey, Art, how much did you guys miss Sean and Orion out there tonight?
You know, from a leadership standpoint, a bunch, no question, and in a playmaking standpoint, I really think Sean would have been very disruptive, you know, in the backfield, which he can do. And then, you know, he's talking about 2 all Big 12 players, you know, so it's encouraging to, you know, see guys rally and play together and play for each other and come out with a win. And, you know, from that standpoint of it, I'm happy that those other guys got to play and played well, and I'm glad that they're going to be back next week and represent Baylor.
Art, did you feel like the D-line dominated, particularly there in the second half?
In the second half,
That's what
yeah. I mean, I think we did get some good push. Missed a few tackles, but we were in the backfield a bunch, and that's really what caused Matt to scramble so much. But yeah, I really thought that they exerted themselves pretty well. Pretty physical game, honestly, the first game of the year.
Status of Taylor Dell? Do you have the status?
You know, I'm not really sure. You know, of course, they think it's a collarbone issue. Not sure how serious. I don't think it's a break, but you know, they said the X-ray wasn't real clean, so they're going to do it more later. He's a great football player. Avion came in and did a great job, but he's a catalyst. You know, and you got to have those guys.
Art, how would you assess the